Welcome once again. I am Chef Henry from the Cooking School Uganda, here on The Chef on NBS, giving you different techniques of working with chicken and food, and you will love it all the way. Thank you so very much for being a part of the show. Want to appreciate all our sponsors for making sure we come your way every afternoon, and thank you for spending your time. Today, something interesting. We are going to cook. If you have been following, we've done knife skills with fruits, knife skills with vegetables, and today we are in for something very interesting. But just in case you missed any of these episodes, you can catch some of them or you can catch all of them on my YouTube channel, The Chef Henry. The chicken has got different parts. Now, you want to eat this chicken almost every day, but you don't want to eat it the same boring way. So I'm going to teach you different ways of working with your chicken and eating your chicken, and you will love it. This chicken has got a chicken thigh, which has got a leg and a drumstick. It's got a wing, and it's got a chicken breast. I'm going to show you a very easy and simple way of carving your chicken and have it eaten different ways and enjoy every bit of it. So take your knife. Remember, a sharp knife in the kitchen. Now try to separate here. If you can see, I'm trying to keep the skin together so it doesn't tear up. Press this. Now there's a joint here that you want to snap, just like that. And take your knife, just go around the meat and in the bone, and see that? This is a beautiful chicken leg. Now from the leg we're going to get the drumstick, but I'm going to show you how to get to that. Again, snap the bone, just follow the meat, the bone, into the joint, and you're good to go. Beautiful chicken legs here. See, through the joint. Again, have yourself, oops, snap it also, and then easy and simple, just follow the joint. You don't have to cut through any bone. All right, so we have our wing here. Take your knife and look for just the middle bone. Cut through. Now sharp knife, there's a bone here in the middle that you want to just snap. Apply a little energy. Have it snapped. Take the skin off. And make sure closest to the bone, as close as you can to the bone. Now remember, if you can pay attention, I'm using the tip of my knife to make sure I cut my breast off. See that? Like I said, still in the joint because of the size of my my bud. Now remember, the chicken breast is supposed to be basically a fillet, flesh. You don't want to take any bone. So still close to the bone, make sure you carve out all the meat from off the carcass. All this together. Now, this all is called the chicken thigh, the whole of it, the drumstick and the leg. So what you do, it has got a joint right in between here. So take your knife and just through the joint, find the joint, and so you have a beautiful, nice drumstick and a beautiful, nice chicken thigh. Take this one also, take your knife, find the joint, And, oops, okay, got it through. Now make sure you do not tear the skin off. You want to keep the skin intact. So I have two beautiful drumsticks here. We have two beautiful chicken thighs, or the leg. Then I'll take the chicken wing, spread it a little bit, just to have it spread comfortably. You can take off the winglet, spread it still in the joint, take off the winglet, we have a beautiful chicken breast here. Spread it. If there is an extra layer of skin that is overriding, you want to cut it off. Even this side, cut it off, and you have a nice, beautiful chicken breast. Same, ooh, my meat falls apart. Same applies to this one. This one seems to be intact, skin not overriding. So you have the thigh, the drumstick, the chicken thigh, you have the breast and the wings, and that way you're good to go. So if you have been watching the show, we have learned here different ways of cutting our vegetables, and this time for this particular style of cooking, I'm going to use a julienne style of cut. So I have my chicken here. Those are my chicken wings. If you can notice, we cut them a particular way because we want uniformity. You don't want things that are, you know, some dices, others are slices and julienne and all that. So we want uniformity and something that is consistent. So we are using this particular cut, the julienne style of cutting vegetables. In case you have missed that episode, check out on YouTube the Chef Henry, and you'll be able to catch that and learn everything. Then, on top of the vegetables that I have here, I have a pepper medley. This is a mixture of herbs and white pepper and black pepper, all of it together. But ideally, you could use just white pepper. I have light soy sauce, and pay attention, it is light soy sauce, not deep, not dark, but light, just for that Asian taste and touch. Then salt here, simple as that. First thing is we're going to season our chicken wings lightly with salt. Then we're going to put some pepper. If you had black pepper alone, you could use that. If you had white pepper, it's also very okay. Just enough. Make sure it's all coated. Now the soy sauce is going to give you just a touch of flavor and also to help you give it that beautiful, nice golden color. So just a few drops. Now this is just pan-fried chicken wings. You can serve this with any style of food that you want. You can have steamed rice, you can have buttered parsley potatoes, you can have so much that we're going to learn here on the chef. Gently, so I'll put a little bit of oil, vegetable oil. You don't want to use too much oil. So my pan is on medium high. Take my chicken pieces. Hear that sizzle? I'm going to place this here. Now, you can place your chicken wings individually. Give them between 4 and 5 minutes on one side. Flip them over still individually and give them another 4 to 5 minutes on one side, and they are good to go. Just make sure they are cooked through. Then after, just to finish them off with a touch of flavor and color and deliciousness, we shall have these beautiful flavors going here. Okay, just a little bit more on one side. we'll leave our wings to cook on one side. That's a nice, beautiful color you're looking for. Yeah. So once you start seeing that nice color change, the gold on the outside of your chicken, then you know it's almost there. But remember, there are these smaller parts, and then there are also these thicker parts of the wing that needs to cook slightly longer than the other. So you want to leave it a little bit longer on the fire or on one side to make sure it completely and comfortably cooks through for you to get a nice, delicious but juicy cut of chicken. Now at this stage, the ginger is slightly stronger on texture. So you want to put your ginger first, but you see they're nice thin slices. If you can compare the slices or the julienne or the sticks of ginger, very thin compared to that of the bell pepper, it's because the ginger's texture is slightly tougher and stronger compared to the bell pepper. So we'll put the ginger first, the sticks. Then we want to put also our onions. All this now is just building flavor. And you do not want to completely cook them through, you just want to kind of saute them. The aroma, the ginger, the onion, now the garlic, I love it. So our chicken wings are almost cooked through. Probably another extra minute because you want it to still be juicy on the inside but crispy on the outside and very tender flesh. So to that, our green, then after adding your vegetables, you want to toss for approximately 30 seconds because you do not want to lose the color of the vegetable, neither do you want to completely cook it. You want a little bit of crunchiness and freshness on your vegetable. Right. Turn off the fire. Pick my plate here. And just making sure they're evenly distributed. And the yellow and of course the gold, the deliciousness. You know what? I know that I can wait. So I'm going to, I love this. Gives you a nice touch of Asian flavor. Now, as you can see, the meat is, still juicy, tender, very soft, but ready. And this is the kind of meat that you want to serve your guests or your friends or your family. We're going to take a break. First enjoy this, then come and give you another style of working with chicken. Now we're going to do the shallow fried ones. There's a difference between shallow frying and deep frying. Now, just seasoned with salt, simple as that. Now, this is black pepper. You could use white pepper. You could use a mixture of both. Choice is yours. It comes back to you. So my oil is heated up, not too high, just like medium high. You want to hear that sizzle when you place your piece of chicken. So I'll put it back on the fire. As you can see, the pieces are not fully submerged. They're almost halfway. So we leave them to cook for approximately 8 minutes, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes on one side. Flip them individually another 4-5 minutes, and they're good to go. I have a combination here of dices, onions, bell peppers, carrots, some tomatoes. I'm gonna have a touch of honey to give me one color for brownness, and then a little touch of sweetness. 2 tablespoons of honey. Hot sauce, you can use habanero, you can use any hot sauce of your choice. But this gives you thickness, it gives you that little tanginess and the little heat that comes from the sauce, and you're good to go. With this, I'm going to add a touch of ketchup, also to give me thickness and color. Okay. Approximately 2 or 3 tablespoons. But as I'm doing this, you also have to make sure you pay attention to what you're doing here so they don't burn. Now, as you can see, it is not golden, it's not brown, but it's cooked through on one side. And you want to flip them individually. Remember, we only seasoned with salt and with pepper. So give them another between 3 and 4 minutes on that side. Any vegetable oil or olive oil, it will be very good. Fats, animal fat, not very comfortable. Drain out my oil. I can reuse it or you can discard it, but it's just served a little purpose, so you can use it again. The pan still has some oil on it. It's always wise when you use non-sticky pans. Now what I want is not to cook my vegetables through. I just want to saute them. Just have them a little touch of fire. Maintain my color before. Now to that, I'm going to add a stick of butter. Again, just for flavors. Look at that beautiful color. How do you like that? Now to this, just a little touch of salt to make sure our vegetables are seasoned. And then bring back our chicken wings. Now you can see, we want them to pick the flavors that are coming from the vegetables. We want them to pick the flavors that are coming from the butter. So the longer you're going to leave them on, the stickier and the thicker it's going to become. But remember, we want people to eat with their eyes before they actually eat. So you want them to see the beautiful, nice vegetables coming through. I want to take a very short break. When I come back from the break, we're going to look at probably one other way of working with chicken wings, and you will love it. Remember, it is the Cooking School Uganda Ballerina's Diner here in GCC, making sure that the show comes your way, and of course all our sponsors and NBS Orays, making sure you enjoy this at the luxury of your living room. Catch you after the break. welcome back from the break. I'm sure you're enjoying every bit of the show as we are working here with chicken wings today. Just have another style of chicken wings that we're going to do. This is the herbed ones, variety of herbs here. But before I take you through the herbs, I am just seasoning my chicken with just a bit of salt, touch of soy sauce, just to give me that Asian nice flavor, but also to give them that beautiful brown color. My pan here on medium heat, just a little bit of oil. Later on, I will incorporate a touch of butter. We have done our chicken some different ways. This time, we're going to do the herbed wings. And I have with me here basil. The reason I've separated is because basil and oregano more or less look the same when they're ground, but they're different. So this is basil, this is oregano. They're doing a great job. So if you can pay attention to my wings, they have turned golden on one side. I pick my salted butter here, room temperature, around a tablespoon or two. I love the flavor, so I can do as much. So at this stage, I like it. I'm gonna put just a few figs, a few leaves of fresh thyme, cumin seeds. Give them a minute to explode and let all the flavor be infused into the chicken. Like I said, we learned all this here on the show, how to get the onion rings, the dices, the slices. So when the fire is off, put some few onion rings there. Just with the heat on the pan and the heat that is coming from the chicken wings, then have them slightly and gently coated into the butter. I'm gonna set this on the side. Now, those who have been following with us, this is a different style of working with our chicken wings. We've done this with just herbs. Look at that. The juiciness, freshness, the rib. You know, the beauty about this is that when you make it in your kitchen, you can make it tailor-made to your taste and preference. That's the beauty about it. And you can enjoy all this goodness just from here in my kitchen to your kitchen. This is slightly different from this because this is a little dry on the outside and crispy because of the herbs. Henry is my name, of course, from the Cooking School Uganda. I want to say have a great afternoon and catch you again another time for more of these techniques.